So my name's Heaven Crawley. I'm Professor of International Migration at the Centre for Trust, Peace and Social Relations at Coventry University. And I'm also Director of MIDEC, which is one of the GCRF-funded hubs on migration, inequality and development. Tonight I'm going to be talking about why we should stop talking about migration, which of course everybody says we should be talking about, because otherwise people feel as if they're not able to engage with one of the pressing issues of our time. I'm going to argue that actually we should be talking about the underlying factors which are associated with migration, or more importantly, the insecurities and inequalities in migration processes. So I'm going to be focusing on inequality and how inequality is relentless and ruthless and rising, and the way in which that is meaning that some people have no choice other than to migrate, and if they migrate, they often do so on very unequal terms. We all know that migration is an important issue in the current climate. We hear a lot about migration in the context of everyday conversations, but also in relation to big political debates of our time. But what's happened is that migration has really become a touchstone for a whole range of other issues to do with broader social, political and economic change. So the problem of just talking about migration is you lose contact with those broader processes. In a way, you're trying to deal with what you perceive to be the problem rather than the factors that underpin that. So inequality is actually one of the biggest issues, and yet we rarely talk about inequality. So we need to sort of reorientate the debate away from migration as an outcome of inequality and a potential solution, and towards instead thinking about inequality and how we might address that. Let's stop talking about migration and start talking about inequality. Start talking about inequalities that drive people to feel they have no choice other than to migrate, inequalities in terms of people's ability to migrate and the safety by which they're able to do so, but also the potential of migration to reduce inequalities, to redistribute wealth globally, and to create new possibilities for social and political change, which in the current political climate is proving to be very difficult.